hope you enjoyed that piece. But here's the part where we're going to meet our guest of the week, and he's going to tell us about savings, investment, and just how to have a good financial behavior. Sit back and pay attention. Hey, you might want to pull out your notes, just write some things down.
Financial literacy at a simplified level would be understanding money, the use of money, and how money can be impactful in reaching one's goals in almost every area of life, both academically, financially, family-wise. Also, money can be seen as a very useful tool towards powering your journey towards destination you aim to reach in these sectors or in these areas of life. I would do my best to simplify it in terms of and we'll basically look at it from 4 different categories. That will be budgeting, tracking and estimating money that comes in, money that goes out, how to use budgeting wisely as a means towards ensuring some level of financial security. And then we can also speak about in savings. So the idea behind budgeting and budget savings is linked to budgeting, the idea that you forecast, or rather you estimate possible or future income, revenue, and expenses. In this way, you should be able to apply a certain percentage or a certain keep out a certain portion of what you have budgeted to be your savings. Savings are quite useful in terms of having an emergency fund, and it's from savings you can go on to invest. Investments, it's primarily to help putting your money to work for you in the simplest form. That's putting your money down for it to generate returns for you, financial returns for you. And then the last bit I would be touching is tracking your expenses and income. So this helps you compare against what you have budgeted to see how well you have fared. It gives a feedback. It gives you a direct feedback as to how you've budgeted, how you've saved, how you've invested, and how you spent. And another key part or key benefit from tracking is that it helps point out leaks, tiny expenses or expenses that cost tiny amounts that you may not really pay attention to, but when they lump up, they have a huge impact on your finances. Budget in its simplest form, it's an estimate. You're preparing an estimate, and it basically has two components or 2 sides. The first will be the revenue, and the second will be your expenses. So revenue, in terms of income, money that's coming in, it can be from different sources. If you work, your monthly salary is a revenue. If you get an allowance from parents, family, loved ones, that's a revenue. And then you are matching it against your expenses. And expenses can be broken into needs versus wants. So needs are the core things you need for basic survival, for your basic to function at a basic level, while wants are more of luxuries that we desire or that you desire. So budgeting, when you take the budget as a whole, it gives you a mindset that this is what I have coming in, these are the basic expenses I have to cater for, and this is the surplus. And then you could put that surplus into that saving. You could save that surplus, or you could use the surplus for other projects in which you might desire to do. savings can come in different forms, or there are different methods to use and save. So of your earnings, you might decide to remove a portion or a certain percentage and put in a designated account in which you know you have some restriction over the account. An example might be that you don't have an ATM, so you actually have to go physically to the bank to get money. So that serves as a sort of restriction to enable you save. Savings can also be done with use of so many fintech apps that are coming up. An example is Piggyvest. So the application allows you to save. They have different features. An example is the automated saving feature, in which every day from your available wallet balance, an amount you set is being saved for you every day. And a benefit of this is at the end of the period you get an interest on your savings. So you're not just putting money aside for putting sake, but you're also getting an interest, and this helps with the current rising level of inflation we're experiencing today. So it puts your money, so at the end of the day, you're not just getting what you put down, but you're getting a small percentage on it. Investment is putting your money to work for you. So the idea is you put your money into some form of agreed arrangement, in which at the end of a period you're getting a certain return or percentage on your money. Investment is quite important because it puts your money to work for you. Your money isn't just laying fallow, it puts your money to work for you. And it also, at a larger scale, it helps the economy, because rather than the money laying fallow, it's being used to engage and drive productivity, which in turn makes businesses grow, and you get a return on the money in which you have put down to work for you. Investments can be quite, I would use the word tricky. So you need some, like a certain level of understanding, depth of knowledge in order to go into it. In the society we find ourselves, there are a large number of scammers, large number of Ponzi schemes who parry themselves on investment. A strategy to ensure you're putting your money rightly to work for you, or your money is safe with who you are or company you are putting into it, is you can do some due diligence, check reviews of the company, check they are duly registered with the relevant government bodies. You can also search for the founders, the people who run the company, like try to get a feel of who they are. This gives some form of assurance, some form of rest of mind or ease of mind that your money is in safe hands. When you're on the journey, you have a destination in mind, and you keep on going until you reach that destination. You can't necessarily define or put the scope of financial literacy within a time frame, but it's a journey that every day, each step you take counts, each knowledge you gets you closer to the journey you want to be. You can shorten this duration by enriching yourself in knowledge, by reading books, listening to financial experts speak to better yourself. But there is no defined scope for financial literacy.